Have you ever experienced the overwhelming feeling of being ignored by your children or struggled with handling their disrespectful behavior without losing your composure? If so, you're certainly not alone. Many parents face these challenging moments, and it can be tough to know how to respond in a way that maintains peace and respect. But what if I told you that these difficult interactions could actually serve as powerful opportunities to build stronger and more respectful relationships with your children? In this video, you'll uncover a simple yet transformative 6-step approach that will help you handle these moments with greater ease and effectiveness. By the end, you'll be equipped with actionable strategies you can start using right away to regain your serenity, improve communication, and create a more harmonious family environment. Stay tuned, because the tips shared here can make a significant and lasting positive impact on your family dynamics. If you haven't subscribed yet, I highly encourage you to do so now and activate the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the insightful content I share. Your support means the world to me, and if you enjoyed this video, liking and sharing it would greatly help me continue spreading valuable lessons. If this topic resonates with you, please comment 1 to let me know. Alternatively, if it doesn't quite match what you're looking for, feel free to comment 0 and share how I can improve the content to better serve your needs. Now, let's dive in. Step 1. Keep your emotions in check. The very first step in navigating challenging moments with your children is to learn how to manage your emotions effectively. It's completely natural to feel angry, frustrated, or even hurt when your child ignores you, acts disrespectfully, or lashes out. After all, as a parent, you've dedicated countless hours, energy, and love to nurture them, so their behavior can feel like a personal affront. However, here's the hard truth. Reacting impulsively out of anger or frustration might feel justified in the heat of the moment, but it seldom results in anything productive. Before you let these emotions take control, take a deep breath, pause, and give yourself a moment to regain your composure. Remember, your ability to stay calm isn't just a useful tool, it's actually a superpower. By maintaining your calm, you're not only preventing unnecessary emotional conflicts, but you're also demonstrating strength, wisdom, and self-control. Children, regardless of their age, are incredibly perceptive. They'll notice your steadiness and begin to mirror it, although they might not immediately acknowledge it. In that moment, they're learning more from your calm behavior than from any words you could say. When you remain calm in the face of anger, you allow your mind to stay clear and sharp, which enables you to respond thoughtfully rather than impulsively. On the other hand, reacting in anger often results in saying things that you may regret later. Or worse, unintentionally creating wounds that could take much longer to heal than expected. These emotional scars, if left unchecked, can erode the trust and connection between you and your child. No parent wants their frustration in the moment to cause lasting damage to their relationship with their child. Managing your emotions doesn't mean suppressing your feelings or pretending that everything is fine when it's not. It simply means learning how to channel those emotions constructively. By showing your children that you can handle tough situations with poise and patience, you're teaching them an invaluable lesson: how to cope with life's difficulties in a calm and mature manner. You're modeling emotional resilience, which they will carry with them into their own lives. Consider the ripple effect this can have when you maintain a calm presence during their emotional storms. You inspire them to approach their own challenges with similar poise. Over time, they'll come to recognize that you're not just their parent, but a safe and supportive presence. They'll see you as someone who, no matter how rough things get, will always provide steady and unwavering support. And isn't that what every parent hopes for? To build a relationship based on mutual respect, where both parties feel heard, understood, and valued. Step 2. Show understanding without giving in. Once you've taken the time to calm yourself, the next vital step is to observe what's going on beneath the surface of your child's behavior. In moments of conflict or disrespect, it's easy to fall into the trap of reacting with authority or criticism. However, this approach often escalates the situation rather than resolving it. Instead, step back and ask yourself, what's really happening here? What emotions or underlying fears might be influencing my child's behavior? Children, much like adults, experience complex emotions such as stress, insecurity, confusion, or frustration, feelings they may not always know how to express. When these emotions go unspoken, they can manifest as defiant or disrespectful actions. Taking a moment to pause and consider what might be motivating your child's behavior opens the door to deeper understanding and connection. This doesn't mean you're excusing poor behavior or ignoring it. It means you're focusing on the root cause of their actions, rather than just addressing the surface-level symptoms. Empathy becomes your most powerful tool in these moments. Showing empathy doesn't mean you tolerate disrespect or relinquish your parental authority. It means you approach the situation with compassion and patience, striving to see the world through your child's eyes. By doing so, you create a space for genuine communication, where your child feels heard and validated. They're far more likely to open up and share their true feelings when they sense you're not there to judge or punish them, but rather to listen and understand. Think about how powerful this shift can be. When your child feels understood, they'll develop a deeper sense of trust in you. They'll start to see you not just as an authority figure, but as someone who values their feelings and experiences. This validation is essential in building a bridge of communication between you and your child. When they know they can talk to you openly, without fear of immediate punishment or criticism, they're more likely to approach you with their concerns before they spiral into conflict. However, it's important to note that showing understanding doesn't equate to giving in. It takes immense courage to set aside your frustration and view the situation through your child's lens. You're not abandoning your role as a parent or surrendering your authority. You're strengthening your connection with them. With that connection comes the opportunity for more meaningful and productive conversations, where both you and your child can express yourselves honestly and work together toward solutions. For example, when a child acts disrespectfully, it might not be due to defiance. It could be a sign of stress at school, problems with peers, or feelings of inadequacy. If you only address the disrespect, you miss the opportunity to help them navigate the deeper issues they're struggling with. But by approaching the situation with empathy and curiosity, you can help them confront these challenges in a way that deepens your relationship and provides valuable life lessons. Furthermore, when you demonstrate empathy, you're modeling emotional intelligence for your child. You're teaching them how to understand and communicate their own emotions and conflicts in a healthy, constructive way. This lesson in emotional intelligence will serve them well in all their future relationships, both personal and professional. Imagine the transformation this can bring. Instead of perpetuating cycles of frustration and conflict, you create the foundation for deeper understanding and connection. When children feel understood, they're more likely to respect the boundaries you set because they recognize those boundaries come from a place of care and love, not just authority. They begin to see that you're not just trying to control them. You're there to guide and support them as they navigate their own emotions and challenges. Ultimately, demonstrating understanding allows you to parent from a place of wisdom, not reaction. It gives you the clarity to address the real issues beneath the surface, rather than simply reacting to bad behavior. Most importantly, it fosters a relationship built on trust, respect, and love. one where both you and your child feel heard and valued. This type of relationship is what will sustain you through the ups and downs of parenting, strengthening your bond in ways you may never have imagined. So, the next time you're faced with a moment of disrespect or conflict, resist the urge to respond with immediate authority or frustration. Instead, take a deep breath, observe the situation with an open heart, and reflect on what might truly be going on with your child. Ask yourself, what is my child really feeling right now? By responding with empathy and understanding, you'll create an opportunity for growth, connection, and healing, not just for your child, but for you as well. This is where real parenting happens, in the quiet moments of empathy. When you show your child that love and understanding are far more powerful than anger and authority. Step 3. Set clear boundaries. Setting clear boundaries is an essential part of effective parenting. But it's not just about drawing a line in the sand. It's about doing so in a calm, compassionate, and understanding manner. Boundaries are a way to communicate to your children what is acceptable and what is not, and how they should behave within the family dynamic. However, how we communicate those boundaries plays a pivotal role in the outcome. It's easy to get caught up in emotions, especially when tensions are high, but it's vital to remain grounded and composed. When we communicate calmly, we ensure that our message is clear, and most importantly, that it's received with respect and understanding, rather than resistance or anger. In my experience, how we present our limits can have a lasting impact. When we take a moment to breathe and approach the situation with patience, calmly explaining what behaviors are appropriate and which are not, we open up a space for mutual respect and understanding. For instance, instead of shouting or becoming frustrated when a child misbehaves, calmly stating, "I know you're upset, but it's not okay to yell," helps them understand the behavior that's expected of them while also showing empathy for their feelings. When setting boundaries, it's crucial to ensure they are firm yet fair, communicated without harsh tones or threats. Boundaries should never be set in a way that makes the child feel oppressed or controlled. Instead, the aim is to be assertive in a manner that still communicates love and consistency. For example, when a child refuses to do their homework, rather than reacting with anger, saying, "I understand you're tired, but doing your homework is important, and we'll make sure you have time for a break after," maintains both firmness and compassion. This approach not only teaches children that their actions have natural consequences, but also helps prevent unnecessary emotional escalations. It reinforces the idea that boundaries are there not to control, but to guide and protect them. Children have an innate need for structure. They find security in knowing what's expected of them. Clear boundaries provide this structure, helping them feel safe and confident in their environment. However, these boundaries must be set with care and balance. If rules are too rigid and inflexible, they can stifle the child's growth, causing frustration or resentment. On the other hand, if the rules are too lenient, children may become confused, unsure of what is expected of them, and struggle with responsibility. Striking that balance, where rules are firm but flexible enough to adapt to individual needs, is key to fostering a sense of security and responsibility in children. Setting consequences calmly and clearly helps children understand that they are not being unfairly punished. Instead, they learn that their choices lead to natural outcomes. This teaches accountability in a way that is constructive, not punitive. As they grow, they will carry this lesson with them into adulthood, where every choice they make will have consequences, both positive and negative. By consistently upholding these boundaries with love and compassion, we prepare them for the challenges of the outside world in a way that's supportive, rather than controlling. In essence, Setting clear, calm boundaries is one of the most profound expressions of care and love you can give your children. It's a form of guidance that speaks to their emotional needs and helps shape their understanding of respect, fairness, and responsibility. By offering them this structure today, you equip them to face the complexities of tomorrow with confidence and resilience. Step 4. Set the example you want to see. Children are like mirrors. They reflect the behaviors, attitudes, and values they see in those around them, far more than they simply follow what they are told. This is why it's not enough to just ask for respect, attentiveness, or kindness from your children. If you expect these qualities, you must first embody them in your own actions. If you want respect from your children, start by treating them with respect. If you want them to truly listen to you, make sure you show that you value their words by listening attentively when they speak. The foundation of effective parenting is built on the example you set, and children learn best by observing how you behave in the world. In those challenging moments, when emotions are running high and patience is being tested, it's crucial to remember that your children are watching how you handle the situation. Your calmness, your ability to remain composed, and your willingness to navigate conflict with patience and understanding will teach them far more than any lecture could. For instance, if a disagreement arises between you and your partner, how you manage that conflict, whether with respect and compromise or with anger and frustration, will leave a lasting impression on your child, shaping their future approach to relationships. Setting an example doesn't mean striving for perfection. Children don't need to see you be perfect, but they do need to see that you are consistent and authentic in your values and actions. It's important for children to witness you practicing what you preach, as this consistency builds trust and respect. When they see that you are living the principles you teach, they will feel a deeper connection to the lessons you're trying to impart. For example, if you want your child to be a good listener, make sure you are present and engaged when they want to talk. If you want them to show respect, make sure you demonstrate that respect, even during moments of disagreement. Let them see you treating others with dignity and fairness, especially in times of conflict. I've always believed that the most profound lessons come not from lectures or rules, but from daily actions. The behaviors you want to see in your children are best cultivated when you model them in your own life. By consistently demonstrating these values, you are shaping not only their behavior within the family, but also how they will interact with the world. The kindness, patience, and respect you show today will become the foundation of their future relationships, influencing how they treat others, handle challenges, and carry themselves in all areas of life. Furthermore, it's essential to remember that children don't need to see you as flawless. They need to see you as real. They need to understand that making mistakes is part of growth. When they see you taking accountability for your actions and striving to improve, they learn that it's okay to fail and that growth comes from perseverance and self-reflection. By leading through example, you give your children the invaluable gift of a roadmap for life, one that teaches integrity, empathy, and strength. The example you set today will have far-reaching effects on your child's future, shaping how they relate to others, manage challenges, and approach the world with grace, confidence, and responsibility. By living the values you want them to adopt, you equip them with the tools they need to build a meaningful and respectful life. Step 5. Create moments of connection outside of conflict. It's incredibly easy to become fixated on addressing disrespectful behavior when tensions run high. However, it's equally, if not more, important to focus on fostering a strong, loving relationship with your children outside of these difficult moments. True respect doesn't come from constant correction or discipline. It flourishes from a bedrock of trust, love, and genuine connection. Creating moments of connection when there is no conflict on the horizon, is vital for building the foundation of respect. These are the moments when you can truly bond with your children, giving them your full attention and showing them they matter to you, without the pressure of discipline or misunderstandings clouding your interactions. By setting aside time just to be together, you communicate to your children that they are valued as individuals, not just subjects of correction. Consider spending quality time together, free from distractions. This could be something as simple as sharing a meal without any technology at the table, engaging in a fun outdoor activity, or having a heartfelt conversation where you actively listen to what they have to say. These seemingly small, everyday moments form the emotional glue that holds your relationship together. When your children feel heard, seen, and appreciated during these peaceful moments, respect naturally grows between you. Over time, these acts of connection create an unspoken bond that will make it easier to navigate future conflicts. Children are more likely to respond with respect when they see that you're willing to invest in them outside of times when they've made mistakes. This shows them that they are loved not just in moments of difficulty, but all the time. It creates a sense of security where they know they can rely on your support, even when they don't have to be perfect. This deep sense of emotional safety leads to mutual respect that can make handling disagreements smoother. In my experience, the stronger the emotional bond, the fewer conflicts arise, and when they do, they tend to be less intense. Engaging in shared experiences, whether it's something as simple as a walk in the park, a hobby you both enjoy, or a trip to a museum, opens the door for deeper communication. These experiences provide opportunities for your children to feel accepted for who they are, not just judged for their behavior during difficult moments. The moments of connection you cultivate are the cornerstone of your relationship. When your children feel consistently loved and valued, they are more likely to respond with respect during challenging times. These moments teach them that the foundation of your relationship goes beyond rules and consequences. It's rooted in love, trust, and the mutual desire to understand one another. That deep emotional connection is the most fertile ground where respect can truly flourish. It's not just about preventing conflict. It's about creating an atmosphere where respect is nurtured naturally because the love and understanding between you run so deep. Step 6. Give them space to reflect. Once you've calmly addressed the situation and set necessary boundaries, one of the most powerful things you can do is give your children space to reflect on their behavior. Growth doesn't happen instantly, nor does respect. The most meaningful changes often take time to surface. By allowing them the space to process, you're giving them the freedom to reflect on the situation at their own pace, without feeling pressured or overwhelmed by external expectations. This approach encourages personal growth and maturation, enabling your children to internalize the lessons you've shared in a more meaningful and profound way. It can be tempting to seek an immediate response, hoping for instant change. However, rushing this process can often result in resistance. I've learned that real growth happens when we step back and allow the necessary time for self-awareness to blossom. When you allow your children time to think, you're not just teaching them about respect, you're helping them develop a sense of responsibility and self-reflection. Over time, they will come to understand respect on their terms, which is much more powerful than simply enforcing it in the moment. Maturity is a process that requires patience. Every child moves through it at their own pace. And it's important to remember that not every child's timeline looks the same. When children are given the right support, the lessons you impart will take root and grow because they become a part of who they are. Forcing change too quickly or pressuring them to admit fault can often backfire, creating resistance rather than understanding. By giving your children the time and space to reflect, You're helping them cultivate essential skills like emotional intelligence, self-regulation, and thoughtful introspection. This kind of personal development leads to lasting changes that are far more profound than any reprimand could achieve. Final tips for strengthening family bonds and communication. Now that you've walked through these 6 essential steps for managing disrespect calmly and constructively, I'd like to offer a few final tips to help you further strengthen your relationship with your children and improve communication. First, let go of the small battles. Not every situation demands a reaction or a lesson. Sometimes, the most effective approach is to let minor provocations pass without escalating them into full-blown conflicts. This doesn't mean ignoring important issues or failing to address critical behaviors. Instead, it's about recognizing which moments truly require your intervention and which ones offer an opportunity for your children to grow independently. By carefully choosing your battles, you teach your children that not everything in life needs to turn into a confrontation. Sometimes, allowing small issues to fade away can be the wisest course of action. Another valuable strategy is involving your children in family decisions. Giving them a voice in matters that directly affect them helps them feel like valuable contributors to the family unit, fostering a deeper sense of responsibility. In these moments of inclusion, your children will begin to understand the significance of respect, not just as a rule, but as a shared value in the family. They will also gain a greater appreciation for the weight of their own choices, learning the value of collaboration and problem-solving in a group dynamic. It's also crucial to celebrate their progress, no matter how small. As parents, we tend to focus on correcting negative behaviors, but acknowledging even the smallest positive steps can have a profound impact. A simple statement like, "I noticed how you handled that situation," can reinforce the behaviors you want to see more of. Positive reinforcement like this boosts your child's confidence and encourages them to continue growing. Additionally, it's okay to admit your own mistakes. If you've overreacted in the past or mishandled a situation, don't be afraid to apologize. This shows your children that everyone makes mistakes, and that growth is a lifelong journey for all of us. Apologizing for your own actions not only models humility, but teaches them that mistakes are simply opportunities to learn and improve, rather than something to be ashamed of. Lastly, keep a long-term perspective. Family relationships, like all meaningful connections, evolve and change over time. Real, lasting change doesn't happen overnight, and it's important to remain patient and consistent. With time, consistency, and love, you will see the fruits of your efforts. The bond within your family will grow stronger, creating a harmonious environment where mutual respect, understanding, and love thrive. As you apply these final tips, remember that each moment of growth, each opportunity for connection, is part of the larger journey. Trust in the process and be patient, knowing that you're creating a foundation for a stronger family relationship built on respect and understanding. Before we wrap up, take a moment to reflect on everything we've discussed. What's one thing you've learned so far about fostering respect, setting boundaries, or deepening your connection with your children? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Please share one thing you've learned and how you plan to put it into practice in your life in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, please leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us continue to create valuable content. Thank you for reading.